Hello and what is going on today, guys? Tomcat here and welcome to a brand new video in Forza Horizon 4. Now, if you watched the live stream that Turn 10 did today, you guys will know that there is one major thing to take from that live stream, and that is the fact that we are getting so many improvements in the next update to Forza Horizon 4, and right now, I'm going to list off what all of those things are. So, this is update number 3, also known as the Horizon Service Check. Now, going through the Horizon Service Check, there are a ton of things right here, even in this little, preview graphic that we can really dive deep into talking about. And the first thing I want to talk about is the fact that we have 41 new wheels from 22 brands. Think about that, 41 new wheels from 22 brands. Also, they have updated the painting area with new advanced painting options that allow you to paint subgroups of different areas on the car, as well as different subsections of the wheels. That is massive. That is absolutely huge, and I know it sounds like a tiny little minuscule detail, but literally we have been asking for this in Forza for freaking years, and it is happening. And I know that it seems like a tiny little detail for me to freak out about, but to be brutally honest, guys, I am genuinely freaking out about it because I have waited for so long for that to be a feature in Forza. And also, I stand behind the opinion that I think that Horizon 4 should bring new wheels with it, and I'm really glad that they are finally bringing those new wheels into the game. And to be honest, they're bringing a freaking massive amount of them. I did not expect them to bring 41 new wheels into the game. I mean, I expected, if they were like, oh yeah, we're bringing new wheels, I'll be like, oh, maybe 15, give or take, but 41 new wheels. That is absolutely freaking crazy. They also said on the stream that they will be updating the photo mode so that you won't have to deal with issues where people's cars are ghosted. Now, the only time that their car will remain ghosted after you go into photo mode is if they are actually legitimately inside another car, which I understand. But in almost every other circumstance, if their car is ghosted, basically once you go into photo mode, their car will actually become solid as it would be outside photo mode if they weren't ghosted. But that's a really cool feature, especially for photographers and in-game creators, because that will allow you to have a little bit more reliability when you're working with a group of friends on getting that picture that you really, really, really want. Now, another thing is if you actually go over to the seasons, there's 12 new season events, new monthly rivals events, 4 new exclusive cars, new Forzathon shop stock and exclusives, and 8 new cars for Car Pass owners. So that's, again, not only is that a lot of stuff, but they're also doing a lot of stuff to the back end, like things like, connectivity and reliability to the multiplayer itself. People that might be dropping connection or might be having issues actually having a reliable connection to the session. Because that's, honestly, it's weird because sometimes the connection is very, very reliable and sometimes it's no big deal. And other times it feels a bit unstable. So I'm really glad that they're putting some real effort here into the reliability and longevity of the connection to the servers. I mean, I think that it's important to have a reliable online experience, especially when your game is based so heavily around the online experience. So the fact that they're putting a lot of time into that is really, really good. Now, going back for a second to the wheels, I'm trying to think right now how many new what wheels could those possibly be? If they're adding 22 brands and 41 new wheels. Now, to be fair though, they have said it's 41 new wheels from 22 brands, but they did not say the brands were new. So with that being said, I'm not sure what brands these are going to be, but at the end of the day, again, it's still freaking 41 new wheels. So that's crazy enough in and of itself. Now, as far as when this is actually coming, they said on the stream that it would be in a couple of weeks, so about midway through this month. Now, like I said, they didn't really give like too many specific details on that, but we should be able to expect this update, like I said, in a couple of weeks, which is a big deal because God, I cannot wait to play around with all of those new wheels. Because, like, if you're building cars, if you love building cars, no matter whether you build race cars or drift cars or show cars or whatever it is that you build, you will have way more stuff at your disposal. And I really hope that there's wheels in there for everybody from the drift people to the off-road people to the drag racing people and literally everybody in between. And because I feel like how couldn't there be when you have that many wheels ready to go in your update. So that is just, again, it's huge to me. They also said, again, going back to new Forzathons, new, like the new card for Car Pass, is just so much stuff and so much content packed into an update, and I'm really, really excited about it. Now, to touch on the car for just a second that I'm using in this video, this is actually a Forza Edition car, and it feels like it has the drift steering angle on it, although I will say it's not the best drift car in the world, and it sometimes struggles to maintain its speed and maintain its angle. But, again, of course, some of that is down to the driver, but to be brutally honest, guys, it's not the easiest car to keep sideways, and I've drifted a lot of cars in Horizon 4. I've been drifting cars in the Forza series since Forza Motorsport 2. So believe me when I say that this car is not the most intuitive drift car out there. Picking this car for this video was more along the lines of I wanted to kind of challenge myself and see what I could do with it. And it worked pretty well. I enjoyed using the car, although I do think that if I was going to use it as a more regular drift car, there's definitely a lot of things that I would go back and change about it. There's a lot of things that I would mess with and modify and tune and all this and that and the other thing, but I really wanted to take this thing out as is and challenge myself to drift it as is, because, sometimes when you want to drift a car that's not even, it hasn't been touched, you don't have your own personal tune on it, sometimes that's fun because it's more challenging than, just tuning the car exactly the way you want it. Now, to be fair, if you want to be effective, yes, of course, tune the car, set it up the way you want it, but if you want just a fun challenge, try to just go in completely not knowing a car and completely not knowing the setup and just going for it. And I know that that's, in real life, that would be moderately dumb if you absolutely have no idea how a setup is or how a car is and you just want to go and send it. That would be a really dumb idea in real life. But this is Horizon 4, and so you're not too worried about crashing or screwing the car up. So, with that being said, it's definitely an approach worth taking every once in a while. So, I think to round up this video, I'm actually I think the biggest takeaway that I have from this update announcement is the fact that not only are they listening, but they're listening in a big way. And they're really bringing in all of the things that they kind of like that we always wanted, but either they weren't able to bring before, or there was always something getting in the way of bringing it in before. But things like, the different color tones on the wheels, all of that stuff, the photo mode enhancements, all of those things really, really help continue to make Horizon 4 the incredible game that it is. And I really genuinely think that it's the most innovative Forza game. Well, it's definitely the most innovative Horizon game that they've done yet. I'm not sure if it's the most innovative in the entire Forza series, but it's definitely up there. I mean, that depends on whether or not you prefer the Motorsport-style games or the Horizon-style games. I'm kind of a half-and-half type guy. I like the Horizon games a lot, but I also like the Motorsport games a lot, and I love jumping on the Motorsport games, playing around on a track, setting lap times, doing time attack, drifting a proper track. But I also love the freedom of Horizon. I love the expression of everybody's different style of cars in Horizon, and I love the different types of racing and off-roading that you have in Horizon, because the Horizon games have been their first way to experience and dive deeper into the off-road stuff. And I think that the off-road stuff has really grown a lot in terms of how many people actually use the off-road vehicles in Horizon. And to be honest, if people didn't use them, then we wouldn't have things like the Unimog. I mean, that thing, honestly, that's still one of my favorite vehicles that they've put into this game. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you click that like button. let me know in the comment section down below what you guys thought of the video, and if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for more. If you have any suggestions, again, leave them in the comments below, and also please do let me know what feature you are most excited about in this upcoming Horizon 4 update. Hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in the next one. Make sure also that if you are subscribed, make sure you turn on post notifications for YouTube, just to make sure you guys stay updated, and I will see y'all next time. Thanks again for watching.